Hey everyone, how's it going? Now, if there's one thing I think we can all agree on for Fighters Pass 2 of Smash Ultimate, is that it's pretty likely we're getting a new Pokemon fighter. With just how big the Pokemon series is, and the fact that there's a whole new generation of Pokemon yet to be represented in Smash, it would be a pure shock if one of these 5 remaining fighters was not a Pokemon. This character may very well be the next one we get in order to tie into the Crown Tundra DLC releasing this winter. So, which Galar Sword and Shield Pokemon will it be? While past generations have had easy fan favorites such as Mewtwo, Lucario, and Greninja, this time around is a little more difficult since there are a plethora of extremely likely candidates for this spot. Thus we'll be taking a look at the top 5 Pokemon that I believe are most likely to get in Smash if they decide to do another Pokemon. Of course it's possible that a Pokemon I don't mention gets in, or that there may not be a new Pokemon at all, so keep that in mind as we go on. Last thing before we jump in, this is less of a wish list and more of a predictions video. The Pokemon I personally wish were in Smash are different from this list and span regions beyond Galar, so let me know in the comments if you'd like to see my Smash wish list for Pokemon. Okay, now let's jump right into the video. Starting off the list, my pick for number 5 is the Galar Pokemon Trainer. You may be thinking to yourself that this is a pretty unlikely pick. While sure, this isn't the most common idea for the Pokemon character, a part of me still believes that this is very possible, and here's why. A good portion of the Pokemon Smash characters that we already have are starter Pokemon. But we really haven't seen the final starters this time around make a huge impact on the series like Greninja or even Incineroar did. I really like all the Galar starters, with my personal favorite being Cinderace, but to a point I'm just not sure if any one starter could hold a Smash spot on their own. And that's mainly because of how similar the main 3 are to characters that already exist in the roster. But the starters should be represented somewhere, which is why I think having another Pokemon trainer would be a great way to represent the starters without having to rely on just one of them. A set of starters that I think works really well is Grookey, Raboot, and Inteleon. Grookey makes sense since he's pretty popular right now, and Raboot would be a great fit as the middle Pokemon. Inteleon may be a bit too similar to Greninja, but I think in the context of the Pokemon trainer they can make it work. Granted, having 3 characters in one would be a heavy work toll, and that's the main thing keeping this character at the bottom of the list. However, Pokemon is one of Nintendo's biggest and most marketable franchises they have. If the Smash team was going to put in the extra hard work for anyone, it would probably be them. These many Pokemon fighters will probably never be assembled in the same Smash game again, so making the last Pokemon character for this roster go out on a high note is something I definitely see them doing. Coming in at number 4 is Dragopol. Honestly, you might be surprised to see Dragopol anywhere near this list. When it comes to a possible Galar Pokemon for Smash, Dragopol is rarely ever discussed. However, I believe he has a ton of potential, enough to the point where the Smash team might have even picked him. Dragopol was the number 1 fan favorite of the Galar Pokemon when they did the 2020 Pokemon of the Year, so it seems like his popularity may just get him the spot. However, I'm not just basing this off of popularity alone, since the Fighters Pass was probably decided a long time ago. The real draw for this character is just how much moveset potential there is. For one, there has yet to be a single Dragon or Ghost type Pokemon in Smash. The sheer amount of abilities and moves from each respective type is insane. Not only that, but Dragopol also has a signature move being Dragon Darts. I could even see the Dreepies themselves acting as Luma does. After Dragopol uses Dragon Darts and releases the Dreepies, they can attack with you and give all your attacks an extra punch. The moveset here is off the charts, but the biggest downside to Dragopol as a character is how he would compare to the rest of the roster. As of now, Dragopol really hasn't made his mark on the Pokemon franchise like the others did. Despite that, I still think there's a possibility that the Smash team recognized Dragopol's insane potential and picked him for Smash. And my next pick is Toxicity. Toxicity would be a really sick character for Smash, and he's definitely one of my favorite Pokemon to come out of Sword and Shield. His unique poison electric typing and potential gameplay mechanics really excite me for Smash. Toxicity is based off of Guitarist, and guitars in general, and I think I have a really cool idea on one way they could possibly implement that in his moves. When you press B, Toxicity forms a stance where he is locked into place, and all the buttons you press from that point onward form guitar chords. So if you were to press the A, B, and Y button for example, that would make one chord. Toxicity then strums his guitar, which then releases a large shockwave causing damage. As someone who has been learning the guitar myself, I can definitely say this is an oversimplified version of how guitar chords work. But I think this is still a really cool concept that would add a special quality to this character that no one else has. You may have expected Toxicity to be much higher on the list, but my reasoning is due to the lack of confidence I have that the Smash team actually picked him. There's a strong possibility that Fighters Pass 2 went into production around the same time or maybe even before Sword and Shield released. So if that's the case, I'm just not sure if they could have called in advance that Toxicity would be popular. Toxicity is not heavily featured in the anime, on Ash's team, the star of a movie, nor is he a starter or a legendary. Unlike most of our past Pokemon characters in Smash, there was really no guaranteed success for Toxicity because of where he stands in the Pokemon continuity. Yet that doesn't mean that the Smash team was not ready to take a risk on Toxicity in favor of a really cool moveset and character. Coming in at number 2 is the legendary duo Zacian and Zamazenta. What better way would there be to promote Sword and Shield than having the Sword and Shield themselves in Smash? I rarely see people discussing this as a possibility, but I think it's highly likely. Like I said, this would be a fantastic way to promote the games. We're talking about the box art characters here, the first thing you see when you get the game. Clearly, this would be a smart business move. Zacian and Zamazenta are nearly identical, so it wouldn't be difficult to have both of them in the game as one character, much like an Alph and Olimar situation. However, it's actually their moveset that gets tricky. For example, if Zacian and Zamazenta were each just alternate costumes of each other, then there would be no way to incorporate Zacian's sword since Zamazenta doesn't have it. Even just giving them one different move from each other would blur the line between alternate costume and different character. My best idea for how this works is a 2-in-1 character. You start each match with either Zacian or Zamazenta. At any point in the game, you could press down B to switch to the other character. Zacian and Zamazenta would be 2 characters in one, much like the Pokemon trainer. Their main variations would be how they utilize their sword and shield respectively. I believe that at most, only a few attacks and 1 or 2 special moves will differ between the two. They are undoubtedly significant Pokemon, and the moveset is there. Not to mention that it would advertise Sword and Shield like crazy. It's because of these reasons why I wouldn't be surprised to see them in Fighters Pass 2. And my number 1 pick is Urshifu. When I think of the qualities of a great potential Smash fighter, Urshifu hits every mark. He's a fighter himself and would translate perfectly into Smash. The potential combination of the fighting type along with dark and water type moves just sounds incredible. There's just so much creative freedom here that I couldn't see why the Smash team wouldn't pick him. If there's one thing besides moveset that's definitely in Urshifu's favor, it's the fact that he's from the Isle of Armor DLC. Urshifu's presence in Smash would inevitably promote the main game, but it would also promote the more recent paid DLC for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Thus, if someone wanted to check out the game that Urshifu was from, not only would they have to get a copy of Sword and Shield, but they would also have to purchase the Isle of Armor DLC. And if that's not a classic Game Freak marketing strategy, I don't know what is. If you ask me, Urshifu is the best pick for a Galar Smash Pokemon in every way, and I think he has the highest likelihood of getting in. But enough about what I think. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I'd love to know your thoughts. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a like, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.